That's myself with a very good mate of mine, late Kenny Coleman, greatest rough rider in Australian history. Buddy Gravener wasn't far behind him, Australian champion. Vern Daisy, put on a bit of weight, the old Vern. One of our greatest ever footballers. I was there the day that that bloke got thrown. I saw him thrown. And then, Terry, I'll help you out. This is the Australian flag, right? In Australia, that's the flag that we have here in Australia, right? Now, this is me with a mob of my mates and the Indonesian ambassador. A couple of those blokes were neighbours of mine. I owned 50,000 acres cattle station up in the Gulf for many years. Not a cattleman myself, but I always bought and sold cattle, and we had country and did a lot of work up there. That's the Indonesian ambassador. He counted 13 crocodiles that day. You know that, this is bananas. We grow bananas. All of Australia's bananas are grown in North Queensland. If you like to come up, Terry, we can show you around the banana fields. We're very proud of our banana industry. I don't want to skite, but I actually, we hold the world record for the biggest, longest banana cocktail ever in Australian history. Guinness Book of Records. I was one of them. Now that's my great-granddad's brother, Bert Henley. They tossed the coin and great-grandfather lost, thank goodness, in the sense that his brother, Bert Henley, I'm very proud, he went to Gallipoli, and Bert's still at Gallipoli. He'll always be at Gallipoli. And his namesake, my grandmother's brother, after release from Changi prison, that's where Australians, ended up in the Second World War in Changi prison. Very, very few of them survived, but Uncle Bert survived, but he didn't survive real well. He died some years later on. That's me, Captain of the Cloncurry Tigers. I'm a pretty dark bloke, I claim to be Colquhoun descent sometimes. I don't know whether I am or not. But anyway, there's a lot of my blackfella brother cousins there in the Cloncurry Tigers. That's Cloncurry. I'll show you where Cloncurry is on the map shortly. That's Pumparau, place up in Cape York. That's Mayor Pumparau, Jackson Short Joe, and later on Mayor Pumparau, Eddie Holroyd. And they were drafting out, dividing up so we could develop the cattle land and be privately owned by people the same as everywhere else on earth. In your country, America, they did this, Indian reservations, but they had no guarantee that it would stay in their hands. But these blokes said, we have a inalienation clause, so that land can be sold, owned privately, sold backwards and forwards, but can't be sold to outsiders. No sale to outsiders, which was a mistake made in your country, America. Now this is Ted Theodore, easily the greatest man in Australian history by a long way. Not in my opinion, but Paul Keating, a man I dislike intensely, and Malcolm Turnbull, didn't like him much either. But all three of us agree on one thing: that's the greatest man in Australian history. And he comes from Chillagoe, and I can point out in the map to you where Chillagoe is. It's right in the heart of North Queensland, Terry. So I'll show you where that is, because you wouldn't know where that is. This is Albert Tucker. We have great painters in Australia. This particular school is very much an Australian school of painting, and he's one of the greatest of our painters, Albert Tucker. So if you get a chance, I can show you in the, around some of the art galleries, the Australian paintings. Now this is the state of origin. We don't play gridiron in this country, Terry. We play rugby league. It's a very tough game. We don't have any paddock much or anything for Texas much. She's a pretty tough game. Pretty tough boys that play it. My son was had a contract with the Cowboys, and our other member of Parliament, he probably played state origin if he had been around when he was playing. Now, I've got to help you out a bit here too, just to give you a bit of background. That's Ian Waldron, famous painter. He's a mate of mine. He's a blackfella, first Australian, one of my brother cousins. And that's his painting. That's called Cattle Station, Terry. So that's Cattle Station. There's cattle, horses, trough there. That's Cattle Station. And this is a boundary rider, before we had vehicles and that. He used to go around the boundaries, see the fences were up, and he's from far western Queensland Territory border, big station there, sort of west of North Queensland, west of central Queensland. And that's March. My great-granddad, who probably died Gallipoli, was in that marching group. And here we are, some North Queenslanders making a quid. You know, some people, you know, have beef cattle, chooks, you know, poultry, fish, you know. And we used to harvest crocodiles. Our first Australians, Terry, it's something you really don't know, but our first Australians, small but significant part of their diet came from eggs. And I seen Eddie Holroyd, he sure his phone, I saw him taking the eggs. It was quite amazing. But these are things you don't know, Terry, I've got to tell you. But I just want to help you out, see? So that's what the first Australians did, and later on, the newer arrivals, they did that too. But you've stopped us from doing that now, see? And nature is completely out of balance. Completely out of balance. The gropers are gone, and they tell me the gropers are not eating irukandja. I don't know if they do eat irukandja or not. I don't want to make any statements like that unless I see scientific evidence. But there's no doubt that if you remove the predators, which was man, you remove him completely, then you're in big trouble. Not denying, you can cut back a bit on crocodile culling, but when you remove completely all the predators, then there was an explosion and come right out of balance. Now, Terry, I want to help you out really. Right, this is a map of Queensland, and this is North Queensland, right? Now, you can get from Brisbane, oh, it's not on this map, wait on, where is it? Oh, there it is, right up, there we are, right down here. Right. But you can get from Brisbane to Townsville, or to Cairns, or to Mackay by aeroplane, Terry, and then you can hire cars to go into this area, right? So anyway, we can help you out there so you can get, you know, knowledge of the place. And, you know, some people, some first Australian people pretty upset about some of your remarks lately. So, you know, I'd like to look after you if I could, you know. But if you go up there, well, you might need more than the gladiator to look after you, let me tell you. All right, Terry, we look forward to you understand a little bit about our country, right? And come up there, have a look around, you know. I spent a major proportion of my life chasing copper out in the bush, prospecting, with an old black fellow mate of mine, a very close friend, and his partner. I spent a lot of my life, I was in the militia for 8 years of my life, and we were on war footing in those days, so we spent most of our time out in the bush. I have bought and sold cattle all of my life. So from when I was in Knickerbockers, I've spent time, you don't buy cattle, you've got to go out and have a look at them. And then you've got to have a look where you're going to send them as well. And then I own 250,000 acres up there. That's Normanton, Terry, it's a place called Normanton. My granddad was managing a store there in the 1890s. As Charters Towers over here, my great-granddad was there before Charters Towers was there. And my grandmother and grandfather went out to Cloncurry in stagecoach. We didn't have Wells Fargo here, we had Cobb & Co. So they went out in Cobb & Co. And so we can help you out and show you around and let you know what's going on there so that, you know, you'll know better in the future.